Want to get back to our breaking news this morning in Alhambra, where police have surrounded a home, possibly in connection with an investigation into a murder suspect. We've been talking, Frank, all morning about 17-year-old Xavier Chavarin, who was stabbed in the back on Friday.
They're speaking. Let's listen.
That's living here in Alhambra, committed a homicide and a stabbing in Los Angeles. While we had surveillance on him, they did positively identify him as being inside of the residence. And right now, we have a tactical ongoing incident. We have a barricaded suspect right now. We're treating it with MEU. We're working with our mental health experts to see if we could come to a peaceful resolution to this incident right now.
Have you talked to him yet?
I have not talked to him. Our crisis negotiation team has talked to him and has contacted him. And right now we're just going through the negotiation process using psychologists and our mental health experts to see if he would come out peacefully.
And I'm sorry, did you say, does he have a mental health?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a mental health prior?
He has mental health prior incidences, but right now we're just looking through it, making sure that it's him. We have to be positive before we go to tactics.
What can you share about him? What can you tell
Right now,
age, his prior?
right now they don't want me to share any information until we're positive that it's him, that he comes out, and then we'll have a full press conference for the news. Right now, we want to keep that. We were going to keep that under wraps and keep that confidential right now, just for the sake of the people that helped us out.
You have your SWAT standing by, but right now you're in communication trying to get.
Correct. Yeah. So right now we have a tactical incident. SWAT's contained the location, and right now our crisis negotiation team has made contact with him, and they're going back and forth, attempting to come to a peaceful resolution right now. There's nobody else in the house who does live here.
You believe he's armed?
Well, we know that there's knives in the house, and that was some of the weapons that he used. So, could be armed with edge weapons, but we don't have any indication that he's armed with any firearms.
Have his parents or grandparents been evacuated from the house?
Correct.
Do you believe he's alone?
He is alone.
Were you tipped off to this location here, or were you under surveillance?
It was part of the investigation. Yeah, we'll have a full press conference, and we'll give you all the details soon. We just want to make sure that this tactical incident comes to a peaceful resolution, and then we'll go ahead and move forward, and we'll provide the news with all the information also.
Do you believe there's anybody else in the house?
There's nobody else in the house.
And I'm sorry, did you say you did evacuate some people?
We didn't evacuate them, but they're not in there. It was done in a clandestine manner.
They left the home on their own?
Correct.
So they were intercepted before they got home, and then?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. We're working on the case very peacefully, and just working with the family, ensuring that they're safe first.
We know detectives from Central Homicide have been working around this case round the clock.
Mm-hmm.
What was the concern? Obviously, that he was going to strike again.
Correct. Well, he's wanted for a stabbing, and one of those stabbings, unfortunately, somebody passed away. So there's somebody that's on the loose that has a mental health problem. That's just picking off random citizens is an extreme concern for us. It's a danger for the community. We wanted to make sure that we handle it as soon as possible and take him into custody peacefully. But as soon as hopefully this is over soon, we'll have a full press conference and we'll be able to give you all the information that you want. Right now, we just want to keep it limited to this. Thank you.
What do the neighbors know about this? Do they stay intact?
I haven't talked to any of the neighbors, sir. Yeah.
They have been evacuated?
I haven't talked to any of the neighbors right now, so yeah, sorry about that. Cool.
Can you just give us a feel for what we're seeing behind what forces here?
Yeah, so I'll be able to talk about that. So what you're looking at is a SWAT team that's contained the house. We're making sure that we have our crisis negotiation team there to help him. We have the mental evaluation unit, and we have our psychologists to provide any of the mental health that's necessary to have him come out peacefully. And what you're seeing is a containment with less lethal, a lot of de-escalation. And right now we're just taking our time and talking to him, ensuring that he's going to be safe if he comes out in a safe manner, and that we'll be able to resolve this peacefully. Thank you.
Is it safe to say he's not a stranger to police?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen his actual arrest record. Me personally, the investigators have, and they have full knowledge of it, but I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't be able to answer that
There
peacefully.
is an arrest record.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Cool.
Commander, will you be able to have somebody to speak Spanish for us?
Absolutely.
You speak Spanish?
I speak Spanish. Okay.
No,
Sir, can you
Whenever you want, whenever you'd like. I just got to get back. So if I'm not going to answer any more questions, I apologize. I will in a second.
Can you give me one more
It's
time and spell it?
yeah, German Hurtado, German Hurtado, Hurtado. I'm a commander for LAPD. I work Operations Central Bureau. Thank you. Stay here.
So LAPD Commander German Hurtado confirming that in fact police do believe that they have the suspect surrounded. This is the man that we've seen now in surveillance video that has been released, who is the suspect in the brutal stabbing of Xavier Chavarin, 17 years old. This was the video from last Friday on Valley Boulevard, 4500 block of Valley Boulevard in El Sereno. And now they believe they have this person surrounded. They have not confirmed it, but that's who they think they have. They describe him as someone with mental health problems, is how the commander put it. And they're, of course, concerned that, as he put it, he was trying to pick off members of the public, stabbing one promising young man who was a straight-A student at Wilson High School, stabbing him to death, and stabbing another person as well.
Yeah, what's so chilling and horrifying is that there was no confrontation, didn't appear to even say anything to Xavier Chavarin, who's 17 years old, just waiting to be picked up after school by his mother. And this person walks up behind him and stabs him to death. This was on Friday, and another person was stabbed later that day. Excuse me, what did you say? Oh, okay. And so, as the LAPD commander was telling us there, this person is extremely dangerous. To take the life of an innocent teenager who didn't even see this person coming up behind him, stabbing him to death. And again, a straight-A student, went to Woodrow Wilson High School nearby El Sereno, so Alhambra is the neighboring community. And now this standoff is happening with this individual who police have said has prior mental health incidents. We don't know about his arrest record or what kind of record he does have, but that was mentioned in that brief press conference there, that there are mental health incidents.
The good news here is no one is inside that home with this suspect right now. They were able to quietly evacuate, apparently, family members either ahead of this person arriving or as soon after they determined that the suspect was inside the home. They do have a crisis negotiation team. The commander saying that the crisis negotiators have actually spoken with this man who is inside the home, the barricaded suspect. They have other mental health experts there with them, a team of mental health experts who can provide the guidance as to how to speak to this person, how best to resolve this in a peaceful manner to bring this person to justice. Our Alina Abovian is on the ground there as well. We'll bring her in a moment. Rich Prickett in Sky 5 HD over the scene. Rich, it looks like the neighborhood is pretty much locked down. I'm assuming that, given the sense that it is under control, as it were, and that they do not believe this weapon has any, that this suspect has any handguns or long guns, that neighbors are able to at least come out of their homes, or do you have a sense of that?
I have not seen any of the other residents being evacuated. We have seen some of the residents just leaving on their own, but as far as evacuations, we have not seen any of that happening. What you're looking at now is basically a block up from the home. We can't show you we cannot show you the actual home because of the tactical activity that is happening around the property itself. But I can tell you that the SWAT team members are outside of the home with with their Bearcats. They are putting out commands, if you would, just asking them to come out peacefully. As far as they are aware, he's only armed with a knife, and but they are considering him very dangerous, and they're going to take no chances, and but try and bring this to a peaceful resolution. Frank, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Rich, I appreciate that. Alina Abovian on the ground for us there. Alina, you were there for the briefing from Commander Hurtado. If people are just joining us, maybe you can bring them up to speed on what you learned during that briefing.
Frank, good morning. That's right. We did just get an update from the LAPD. Now, taking this story back several hours, we were assigned to Wilson High School following up on surveillance video, new surveillance video from the LAPD in reference to the 17-year-old boy, Xavier Charavin, that was stabbed last Friday. Now, as we were here, we started hearing the choppers and all the police activity because, mind you, Wilson High School is just about 2 miles away from where we are, the suspect's home here in Alhambra. So we moved over here. Once we were here, we saw the commotion, about 20 police units, several choppers overhead, and then SWAT moved in, and we realized at this point this was going to be a very intense situation. Just take a look behind me. The situation still is intense right now, also a very sensitive situation because according to the LAPD, they are dealing with someone who has a history of mental illness. They would not comment on whether or not this person has a prior criminal record, but they have identified this person as the suspect related to the stabbing of 17-year-old Xavier Daniel Chavarin, excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. So all this led police to this neighborhood. This was around 7 a.m. this morning. They circled on a home here. This is the 2200 block of Westmont Drive in the city of Alhambra. Initially, it was Alhambra police that responded to this, and then LAPD responded to this. Please keep in mind, for the last few days, LAPD Central Homicide Bureau, they have been very heavily invested in this case regarding the stabbing death of the 17-year-old boy. Looking through surveillance over the last few days, they were able to zero in on this suspect in particular, which brings us to this home. So SWAT is here. They have crisis negotiation team that's out here. They are hoping to speak to the suspect to get him to come out peacefully. They do not want this to escalate. They say that this is a person who is armed with knives, someone who has a history of mental illness, and it is possible that he may be under the influence this morning. So we are following this, waiting for police to make contact with the suspect, and hopefully this ends in a peaceful manner. But that is the very latest. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live here in Alhambra. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Alina, we appreciate that update there.